Wendy Williams's health issues, take center stage in this new Lifetime documentary called Where is Wendy Williams, which aired over the weekend. Oh boy, did it chronicle a lot of this stuff that was going on in the background that many of us, including myself, didn't pay attention to. I recognized her from back in the day, as I am an older person and I grew up listening to people like her, people like Angie Martinez, and even people like Big Boy from Big Boy's Neighborhood. Obviously, she was in the radio business. She made her way to the top, to having her own TV show because she was so good at just remarking on a lot of the pop culture and the celebrity world type issues. I'm going to tell you guys some of the key revelations from this. They talked about the family dynamics, right, between Kevin Hunter Jr. and his mom, and how he believed that her dementia was attributed to alcohol-induced factors that affected her brain. This is her son, all right? Throughout the documentary, Williams did display confusion, such as mistaking her location during a trip. Throughout the documentary, you also see that her family expressed a lot of dissatisfaction with the court-appointed guardian over her finances. Who is this woman that none of us has ever seen before? Yeah. Then we also see that there were some health challenges and denial. Of course, Wendy's always been a person, she's always been vocal. So if she doesn't feel well, she'll tell you, I don't feel well. If she feels great, she's going to say, I feel absolutely freaking great. I believe Wendy 1,000% that she knows her brain and what's going on. I understand that this documentary shows her frontotemporal dementia, which revealed shortly after she was admitted to a treatment facility. But hear me out on this. Something about this whole thing seems very sus.
Learned about her, they knew that she was alone in her apartment, and they found her slurring her words with her eyes rolled back into her head.
Wendy's family is also speaking out to people. There were points where everyone in this family wondered whether that call that she was dead was going to come in the middle of the night, says her sister.
The timing of it, the timeline, her downfall, her health decline, all of it feels sus to me. And if you agree, please comment because I'm not done here. Anyways, she had these health challenges and she denied it. Williams initially denied it and resisted being admitted to a wellness center in California, claiming she was healthy. I believe she believed she was healthy. Concerns started to arise in 2020 when she was hospitalized with her nephew, revealing she nearly died and received multiple blood transfusions due to alcohol-related issues.
Did you drink this whole thing today? Dare him.
So with my aunt, some of the issues that are being presented in this documentary have been there before, but it just really sped up over the last 2 years or so and just mushroomed into something that felt uncontrollable.
The one thing about Wendy is she never denied any kind of partying, drug use, alcohol addiction, none of it. She was always that girl that was very candid about shit she's done. So for her to deny she was doing anything, during this documentary, there was also a lot of erratic behavior, filming halts.
Go! Drive! I have no idea where we are.
Including aggression toward her entourage, leading to a lot of issues with memory loss. People were noticing she was getting aggressive and having like memory lapses.
And bouts of incoherence.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
She expressed confusion and aggression towards her publicist and driver. I don't know why. I don't trust this woman. Okay, I don't trust her at all. Yeah, I saw in the documentary that she said you should get liposuction or something like that, but I don't know, something seems off about it. Wendy Williams, the last I knew, she was suffering with a thing called Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disorder. That was it. Never did she ever claim that she was back on, the alcohol or none of it. And so after they told her that her show was being canceled in this documentary, she made it seem like she was unaware, okay, of her talk show even being canceled. And they claimed that she remained isolated and surrounded by booze. Anyways, her manager found her in a distressing condition, leading to her eventual admission to a treatment facility.
So you went to a wellness center in California, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What was that like?
A wellness center.
And why did you go to a wellness center?
I don't know.
Will took me there.
Why do you think we took you there?
I don't know.
So you thought we just had nothing else for you to do?
Correct.
Will, why did you take,
I think, honestly, Wendy needed some rest. Wendy was going through a lot.
I can rest right here.
Well, I thought you needed a place where you could actually focus on rest. Sometimes here, you're not going to sleep, you're not eating, you're not taking care of yourself.
Please.
Please what?
The documentary then ends with Williams' family expressing hope for her recovery and acknowledging her progress in a healthier environment. Despite all these challenges, they remain optimistic about her future. Now, I want to point out something that's really interesting to me. January 18, 2019, police responded to a call from someone claiming to be a part of Wendy Williams' staff, expressing concern that she was being poisoned by her husband, Kevin Hunter, at their New Jersey house. The officers found Hunter, initially hesitant to let them in, citing that Williams' health issues, would not permit them to. But then eventually he let the police officers in. Now get this. However, as they get in, they find Wendy Williams in bed, recovering from a broken shoulder, with Hunter in the hallway. He's always lingering in a hallway somewhere, in my opinion. He just seems that sketchy, all right? Despite the initial denials, Wendy Williams became tearful when questioned about the poisoning claims, but then ultimately denied them. Do you think that she denied them to save this one's ass? Or do you think she denied them because she really felt like, no, there's no possible way he's, poisoning me? I'm gonna tell you guys, watching Wendy Williams's health over the last 3 years of her show, she was getting frailer. She looked more off, like, she was kind of having issues with just talking. She wasn't as vocal. She kind of always was having to sip her tea. Her throat was always dry. I remember this because I loved Wendy Williams. In April of that same year, she filed a divorce from Hunter. Okay? January to April. Let's piece some stuff together, guys. All right? Hunter was subsequently fired from the show. Her husband, So hear me out. I have a sneaky suspicion that we could be looking at the person that led to the downfall of Wendy Williams right here. You guys want to look at the devastating heartbreak of it all. But I always look at things from a PR perspective and how people can make money off of people and use them and exploit them to their benefit. Williams has a lot of money. She's had a talk show for 13 years. She's useful, not when she's not married to you. And here's the thing. I believe that it's bigger than this. Wendy Williams, as her show progressed, she would have a certain family on her show all the time. She had Ivanka Trump, who was the ex-wife of Donald Trump. She had Ivana Trump, the daughter of Donald Trump, several times. She's always been a fan of the Trump family. Let me play this clip for you.
I love Donald Trump. He's a friend to the show. And if he wins, then that'll be my first time ever going to the White House.
Yeah. You two get along really well. Why do you think people like, why do people like it? Not just average Americans like him.
Yeah. Because Donald, see, we understand him here in the New York tri-state area. We or say it like we mean it kind of people. And that's probably why he and I get along, so well.
Now, you tell me, if you proclaim your love for somebody like a Donald Trump and you have a big platform, as Wendy Williams did, being able to really talk a lot about a bunch of people in Hollywood, and you have all sorts of things coming up in the future, like the Epstein case and, all of these horrific things coming up that she could have probably vocalized and talked about and had people rally behind her and support her. That everything she said, people waited on what she had to say, even though there were so many freaking haters that hated her. She was entertaining to watch, and she'd get you to think. I think they got rid of Wendy Williams. That's just my opinion. They meaning some people in the, I'll leave it there because obviously that would be a conspiracy theory, but I truly believe that. I believe that loud people, vocal people eventually get taken out. And that's why the more people you amass as a following, it's more dangerous for you, actually. And I think Wendy Williams is one of the bravest women in the industry, in journalism, in media that we've ever had. And I really, truly wish her the best. And I know that her family and her loved ones that are around her are trying, but you better try harder, because there are dark forces at play here. Dark forces. I don't know who that woman was that was her appointed guardianship. You guys tell me in the comments what you think.